That's out of the stadium!
Let's go! Come on! Something! Come on!
Swing and a miss.
There's a lot of spunk.
Don't throw it wide.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Unbelievable.
The XBL's AAA has arrived for Season 13 with a different look, making it anyone's ball game in the early quest for a championship. Tonight, two fierce rivals at the head of the pack duke it out in small ballo fashion. One club is once again aiming to burn rubber on the base paths in order to blaze their way to a top half finish by any means necessary. Opposite them is the AA champion, freshly minted and rebranded to a familiar look. His eyes, too, are set on the title and beyond in this young season. Strap in your seatbelts. The Base Bandits and Just No Name face off with Ox and his holograms. Welcome to AAA Match of the Week.
Welcome in and good evening, folks, to another production of the Cross-Platform Baseball League. We are beginning tonight, of course, with the XBL AAA, a hot matchup for you, the fiercest rivalry. It is Oxbox versus Just No Name. My name is Weaver Ford Prez. I am soloing tonight for you, but don't let that distract you from the absolutely epic matchup we have on hand for you tonight. Not only are they great rivals, but they are very well ranked within this XBL AAA as far as power rankings go. You can see on the screen number 2 and number 3, Ox being 2. No Name being number 3. These guys have played each other seemingly 1,000,001 times. There is just no bounds to what we might see tonight. They know each other like the backs of their hand. They play pretty similar games. If you've ever been around the XBL leagues, No Name. You know how he plays. He loves his speed. He loves tearing up the base paths and causing chaos. Ox, he plays a very similar game, but does have more power, especially this season. And especially last season where he was the AA champion. He won the AA World Series in emphatic fashion, really dominated the league, and then got the call-up, and he's looked great so far through week 1. But today, on Sunday night here, XBL AAA Match of the Week, this is the last night of week 1. So any opening week statements that need to be made, this is the last time to make them and, make that good first impression. So without further ado, I'll step away real quick here. I'll let No Name and Ox know that they are good to go. We'll get the feed up and running, and we'll get you guys set for first pitch between the holograms and the Base Bandits. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back. Not a long delay at all. It is time. These players are hot and ready for a matchup that they, I'm sure they've hyped up here early in this season. These two good friends ready to duke it out on the AAA Match of the Week. You see the mute come in there after some pleasantries in the beginning. These guys want to focus. Neither wants to give up anything to brag about to the other. And we're underway with the first couple of pitches here. It's a 1-1 count. Hannah Hogswin getting the call versus No Name. He's going to start with a base runner, and you got to keep an eye on him as always. He's over there at first.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 7.
And he's running first pitch. Ox had him picked. Throw back to first. He's in safe. That's something you will see as well. They not only know how to run, they know how to... Oh, throw goes sailing. No Name is going to make it all the way to third. That throw is in the dirt. No outs. Runner at third. Blazing speed. Hogswind already in trouble. This is the exact game No Name would love to play all night. So now a 2-1 count. No Name just going to try and get bat to ball. He does. It's blooped left field. Diving, unable to make the play is Dad Slush. Going into second is No Name. He's going to be out there, but he gets the job done. It's 1-0 Base Bandits. Just like that. 2 batters in. The speed makes a huge difference. Here's Billy the Kid. Hammers, right field. Pond Nielsen, fresh signing for these holograms. She's out there.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Or the second out.
Number 11.
Jesse James checks on that fastball, that cutter that got the outside edge. Cutter inside, misses. Power hitting right fielder. He's going to squib it over to Schlongberry. Sister of, I believe, Barkivia Schlongberry of the Couch Potatoes up in the XBL. She's going to lead off here as well, but No Name only needs 2 batters to score the 1 run. Singles, steals, takes third on the error, then a bloop single. And that's how this one begins. But here is Oxbox ready to answer the call. I do apologize. I'm going to try and move the screen here just a little bit. Caught out there in left field. So Ox, MF Box, shortstop, rips it into left center. And this could roll all the way into Triple's alley. It's going to stop just short of the track. Billy the Kid, he's got, looks like 99 speed. So he cuts it off before it becomes a triple. But Ox will take the double with 1 out. And now a 393 batting average hitter, holographic Charizard. Clyde Barrow, he's got a 5-pitch mix. Ox can't lay off the screwball outside. Now in the hole, 0-2. Going with a contact approach, it's outside. Now Ox is sending the runner. Looked like a hit and run. Protecting the plate there was Charizard, but it's a foul ball. Through the right side, a base hit trickles out there to right field. Jesse James fires home. Retreating to third, now coming home. He's safe. What base running from Oxbox to tie this game. These guys are flexing on each other with their base running skills. What a play. Oh, wow. Lightning quick pickoff move. Best in the league, perhaps. But he's safe. Clutch Ribby hitting almost 500. He's got the tough out trait now. Oh, stone cold take. A fastball away. Fastball high. 14 pitches thus far for Clyde Barrow. It's a 1-1 ball game. Tied up here in the first. Went chasing that changeup. Looked like low and away. Caught by Holiday. Retreating to second. So 2 down. Here's a whole lot of spunk. He's already tense because of the throwing error in the first inning. First pitch hacking on the curveball. It's through into center. Oxbox will lead 2-1. Throw goes in all the way to the plate. No advancement from the batter. But it's an RBI single. Great piece of hitting up the middle. That looked like Pond Nielsen. No leap offered from the shortstop, so it'll be a single. No Name just not quite judging that one. 2 on, 2 out. Dad Slush now. 7th man to bat in this bottom of the first. Oh, got him on 3. Just a nice sequence there to freeze Oxbox. The check swing there maybe looked like he wanted to pull the trigger. Couldn't quite get that button down. But in any case, a successful comeback inning for the Holograms. They lead 2-1. First pitch curveball swinging is No Name. He's got himself another leadoff hit. No Name, his schemes, his plans on the base paths, they work so much better when he gets that leadoff runner aboard. Now, with that said, not much speed over there. Showing bunt, pulling back. John Dillinger. Outfield has come shallow. There goes the runner. The bunt is pulled back. The throw is wild. Not able to dig it out is the covering shortstop. So No Name will have a base. A mistake there by Oxbox. This will effectively be a bunt. It's a sacrifice ground out.
The third baseman, number 55.
So now 1 down. This will get the runner in. It's going to drop. RBI single, No Name. We're tied at 2. These guys swinging already.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 14.
And looks like we've lost audio on the feed. I couldn't tell you why. It didn't look like anything changed. I'll see if I can get that sorted. At least in the meantime, I'll still call the game for you. 2 strikes now on Bob Dalton. Hammered. And the outfield was shallow, so it'll go all the way back and to the wall. It's going to score 1. Batter, he's going to dig for 3. Oxbox, throw goes into third. May have actually had to play at home. I think it would have been close, but in any case, no name. He retakes the lead. This could be a seesaw battle, folks. Just to check. Yeah, we're not muted here. Hopefully that'll sort itself out. It did. The audio did cut out in pregame testing, and then he was able to fix it. Not sure what the fix was, but hopefully we get there. Nadal, he's gonna have to come firing home. Not in time. Even with the outfield shallow, too much speed. And the Base Bandits lead by 2. So a pause here, perhaps, to look at the audio issue that he's been notified about. 2 outs, top of the second. It's already been a great game so far, 4-2 in favor of the Base Bandits. Hannah Hogswin, she's tense. Butch Cassidy. And until we can hopefully get this audio back up, let me put on some background music for you. Timeless classic, this song. In any case, looked like Ox got out of the inning, so 2 quick strikes on Rafael Nadal. Takes ball 1 there. Got him looking high and inside with the fastball. Struck him out. Now Hannah Hogsman, she's left in here. She's tense. The attribute's not in her favor. Trying to go up the middle, but to the glove side of Lucky Luke. On to first. 2 down quickly. Here's Katina Schlongberry. 27th pitch thus far for Clyde Barrow. In there, looked like a changeup. High fastball. Schlongberry looking for the seats with these swings. 1-2, just a bit too low. You could tell he wanted to elevate that fastball. Caught easily by Ox. So Schlongberry's aboard with 2 down, and now a big power threat at the plate. Ox box. Steeler trade at first, and with the tying run at the plate, I know it's early, but we'll have to see whether Ox elects to run. Hammers it, and it's fair. Just inside the chalk and down the line into the corner. Schlongberry, she's rounding third. She's headed home. The throw's trickling. It's a 1-run game. So Schlongberry scores that run on the RBI double from Ox MF Box. He's got blazing speed in scoring position. Holographic Charizard, he's looking to tie this game up. 7 runs already in this ball game, hammered to the hot corner. But playing perfectly right there was Doc Holliday, so no problem for him. 4-3 is your score into the top of the third here at beautiful El Viejo. Holograms fans apparently unable to fill the stadium today. Such an electric matchup, you'd think Sales would be in a better position. Looks like Ox looking over his settings real quick there. Hannah Hogsman's still in the game. She's had a rough start to the season and to this game. Backhanded on the liner by Schlongberry, so she makes that put out. 2 quick outs in the third. Ox looking for his first quick 1-2-3 inning of this game. Hammered by No Name, dead center, Rafael Nadal, world famous tennis player, one of the GOATs. He makes that play out there for the third out in the inning. We're at the bottom of the third. Hammered by Ox, deepest part of the park. Will it hold it? It will. It's off the rim of the track, off the wall. He's going to threaten like he's going to third. Not a lot of speed on that hitter. It's a leadoff double, the tying run in scoring position. He hammered that ball. Now it's a whole lot of spunk. 3 home runs on the young season. 13 RBIs, off to a blazing start. Two quick strikes, though, on Spunk. Clyde Barrow going to try and get him to chase something. There's that classic changeup in the dirt. Ox lays off. Cut fastball taken. That was another chase pitch. Runs the count full. Pitches inside. He fouls it off. Good spoil job from Oxbox. That one hammered dead center. Running back is the center fielder, Billy the Kid. Doesn't have the best arm. That's going to allow the runner to get into third. Heads up base running from Ox to retreat there. Inside pitch fouled off. No Name going to be careful with his pitching here. Any contact on the ground, any soft contact on the ground, I should say, should be enough to get that run in. Pon Nielsen here. Season 8 AAA champion with the Malibu Surfers and one Jam Paladin. Now playing for the Holograms, looking to get something deep in the air. Instead, she strikes out. That's a huge K for just No Name. So it'll be up to Dad Slush. And in the third inning, Ox going to a pinch hitter, Lil Stronglegs. We talked about Pon Nielsen and her Season 8 championship pedigree. Here's Stronglegs of AAA Season 9 championship pedigree. Pawtucket Prowler's legend, and he hammers it, but it's gonna just die at the track. 4 out, number 3. Into the top of the fourth, still a 1-run game. Both players in the third, the first inning that they did not score, so pitching settling in perhaps. Lil Stronglegs stays in the game. In left field, hammered by No Name. Nadal on his horse. He makes the catch. Thought for a second he'd have to leave his feet. Try and make an outstanding play. Was unable to do so. Here's John Dillinger. Hammered. Outfield was shallow. Stronglegs, he's able to make the play before that becomes a disaster. Doc Holliday now. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI. That curveball taken for a strike. 32 pitches thus far for Hannah Hogswind. On the ground, on a hop, Oxbox throws them out. So clean and quick 1-2-3 inning to send the offense back out there for the Holograms in the bottom of the fourth here at home. If you're just joining us, the audio on Oxbox's feed cutting, I think in the second inning, so we'll stream with a Band-Aid for now and hopefully get it fixed and up and running in between games here in this 2-game set. Here is Nadal, who made that catch after a foul ball. He's hitting 500. The 0-2, trying to flip it up the middle, and he will do so. All that speed on Nadal. If No Name leaves his feet there, he's safe anyway. So a leadoff single, and you got to think he's on the move, or at least being bunted over. Could this be it for Hogswind? Doesn't look like it. Strike 1. The cutter in the zone. Pickoff attempt. It's an interesting animation. I don't know if I've seen that. The step out coming as the pitcher was picking off. There's another pickoff attempt. Ox is not going. Got a pitch to hit there. Even with the pitcher, he's unable to get wood on it. So now 2 quick strikes. Outside with the screwball. Trying to flip it over the head of the first baseman. It's foul. Ox trying to turn this into a productive AB. Runner was going. Hogswind struck out. The throw is good. And it's a double play. Strike him out, throw him out. That also got the mojo up for the catcher. These two catchers could not be having more different games here. The hit and run attempt unsuccessful with 2 strikes. Got a pitch he could get wood on, just a little bit too late. Pitch in the dirt. That's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. So another 0 put up. This time by the Base Bandits. You guys might hate this song by the time this game's over. Curveball outside. Bob Dalton, he's going to stare at this curveball. Swings at it, trying to flip it up the middle. He's got so much speed. 0 chance here for Ox. Leadoff runner aboard for No Name. The pitcher up. This is the same situation Oxbox just faced. Let's see how No Name prepares for it. He's running. He got picked off, but Ox hesitated, and it's a steal. Heads up move there to outsmart Ox. After it looked like Ox had outsmarted him, he turns the tables. He's in scoring position. Ox looks like he needs a breather there. So now blazing speed, and I mean blazing speed, out there at second. A bunt opportunity for Clyde Barrow, but he's going to fall ahead, or he's going to come out ahead 2-0. There's a strike. 38 pitches thus far for Hogswind. Ox electing not to take her out in that last inning. Swung on by the pitcher, trying to bloop it. Outfield shallow placement pays off for Ox. Back to neutral. It's been a seesaw kind of game for Hogswind with her mojo. On a hop to Schlongberry. No Name bluffed like he was coming home. Throw went to home, so he turned around. 90 feet away stands potential 5th run for the Base Bandits, but Ox has gotten 2 quick outs. Falling behind is Hogswind. Lucky Luke. Ball 3. The 3-0 changeup hammered by No Name into center field. An RBI single. It's 5-3 Base Bandits. Just took 3 out of the zone. Knew Ox had to come to him with a strike. There goes the runner. Throw from a whole lot of spunk. He's safe. Billy the Kid, he hammers the curveball. He got a lot of wood on that, but Nadal doesn't have to run too far back, so Ox limiting the damage there, but some good at-bats turned in by No Name. Into the bottom of the 5th we go. Ball 1 to Oxbox. This is a big part of his order. Lots of power, lots of speed. Swings at the fastball outside. Hammered down the line. Fair. That's his 2nd extra base hit down that right field line. Not to be too presumptive, he has plenty of speed. He's in there way ahead of the throw. A leadoff double, just what he needed. Charizard on the ground, stopped by Lucky Luke. He has a firm throwing arm, so he'll get the out, but sacrifice is effective. So Clutch Ribby now with a runner at 3rd. You know, No Name, of all people, he's going to be thinking about the steal of home. Ox has pulled it off in league play before. But lots of power at the plate. Ground ball to the other side should get the job done. It does. 5-4 after the productive out. 9 runs combined halfway through this game. Clyde Barrow, his attributes coming down. Oxbox with a foul ball. Whole lot of spunk. Is the catcher. Chop to the right side. Dillinger, no problem for him. So both teams trade a run in the 5th. We're into the 6th. Ox looking like he's going to try and make a decision about Hogswind. Looking at Hoosier. Hoosier's a lefty. Perhaps going with a double switch as well. But after that, Hogswind, she'll just stay in the game. Jesse James, the cleanup hitter, he leads off here in the 6th. Caught by Oxbox. He saves an extra base hit, a well-timed leap from the star shortstop. He's been a great player in this game. He's going to have another opportunity here, this time a lot easier. 2 down in the 6th. Hogswind, for the day she's had, remarkable. She is now at locked-in mojo. I'm sorry, she's at neutral. Apologies there. Thought she had been back up to neutral before that. Schlongberry is going to make this a quick inning. So the decision to leave Hogswind in pays off big time. Gets 3 extra outs out of his starter. 6 in total. Not the best start by any means, but he's given him, both teams have given themselves a chance to win. Pon Nielsen going to lead this game off, or this inning off here in the 6th. Substitution pause is going to lead No Name into his bullpen. Jim Miller, right-hander, 4-pitch mix, does have the walk-prone trait. Probably the least, one of the lesser negative traits. That doesn't hurt all that much. It can hurt. Line out, over to second. Ox right on that pitch. Little strong legs. Now his second at bat of the game after coming in off the bench. He's got good pop. Both Nielsen and Stronglegs hitting back-to-back in the order. Stronglegs is going to reach. A missile through the left side of the infield. Now sensing an opportunity here. Nadal out of the game. Knocks Oxenboxen. This is a strong bench for these holograms. And he finds himself ahead 2-0. Jim Miller, the runner on first. Tried to loop that curveball in there, but it's a 3-0 count. That'll activate the walk-prone trait. Line out over to Holiday. Ox gets back. He hit it hard. Played perfectly on the defensive side. And now that'll be it for Hogswind. Strike one on the curveball. Strike 2 on the foul ball, so No Name a strike away from stranding Stronglegs over at first. Swing and a miss. Went with the contact swing to try and catch up with that fastball. Just unable to do so. It was placed well high and away. That ends the frame. Into the top of the 7th and into the Holograms bullpen we go. No Name sees the substitution. YU Shook is going to be the pitcher for the bottom of the Base Bandits order. Big left-handed specialist with tons of velocity. 3-pitch mix. To the left side, Charizard makes a diving play. That'll get the first out. Bob Dalton, he of low attributes, is 2 for 2 with a triple. He steps in versus Shook. Fastball catches a bit too much zone, hit hard by No Name, but he's going to be thrown out at first. Oxbox, the shortstop, he's been busy. Jim Miller going to stay in the game. Outfield goes shallow. Pitch gets him back in the count. Relief pitcher at the plate. Swing and a miss. Ox deciding his best 2-strike pitch. It's a fastball down the middle, and making him pay is No Name. Huge mistake there to let the reliever on. Now the reliever's going 2. He's going to turn around. Some shenanigans there from Pon Nielsen. It's a big 2-out knock to turn the lineup over. Can No Name convert? Swinging, diving, and making the stab is Clutch Ribby. Not sure if he has any clutch ribbies in this game, but he just made a clutch catch to strand the runner at first. Keep his team right where it is. We're in the final third of this game. Bottom of the 7th, just had the stretch. Feel free to sing at home. Take me out to the ball game. Cassidy makes that catch before it hits the ground. High fastball entices Ox, but he's unable to touch it. Change up low. Locked in. This is a scary hitter for No Name to face right now. The contact swing is good. It's to left. It's deep. It's off the top of the wall. Dalton unable to make the catch. I thought for sure that was going to find seats. Instead, it's another extra base hit for Ox Box. Look at all that speed out there at second. That is ridiculous. Might see some pickoff moves from No Name. Jim Miller in a big spot here against holographic Charizard. Trying to go to the right side. Stopped by Cassidy. Out at first. Runner advances over to third, but there's 2 down. These guys have played some solid defense. Infield defense today. You know Ox must be thinking about a steal of home. Maybe too much of a gamble right now. Had a pitch in his reticle zone, unable to put contact on it. Now a hitter's count, 3-1. He takes the walk. No Name, unable to find the strike zone. Runners at the corners, 2 down. Whole lot of spunk. He's tense. He's had a very interesting game. And the opportunity is his. Or is it? Doesn't look like there's anyone left to catch. If he were removed. Still has some good power, some decent contact. Despite the tense mojo. Jim Miller breathes, kicks and fires. Ball 1. Curveball, hammered foul. Getting away with one there was No Name. The 1-1 fouled away. Whole lot of spunk down to his final strike in the at-bat here in the bottom of the 7th. Runners on the corners outside. Ox needs a moment, steps back in. The pitch from Miller outside. Full count. 2 outs. The payoff pitch, hammered up the middle, and we are tied. Trying to go first to third, definitely unable to do so. He holds up at second, is Ox, but it's a 5-5 ball game. The catcher's had such a roller coaster of a game. He comes through. Gives way to Pond Nielsen, who swings first pitch. 1 chop to Cassidy. That ends the inning. But the holograms tie it up. Out hitting the Base Bandits by 4. Lucky Luke, he swings first pitch. Just got under it. Strong legs. Makes the play. YU Shook, he's pitching in his 2nd inning in relief. 14 pitches thus far. The 15th is a fastball in there. Taking that changeup is No Name. He's going to see a similar pitch. That one looked like it was in the zone. He swung and missed. Now thinking what to do with 2 strikes. A wild fastball inside. A full count fastball up and in. And he got him. Wow, that just nicked the zone. Down on strikes is No Name. 2 down. What a gutsy pitch from Ox Box. This fastball going to catch the top of the zone. Swung on and missed. Trying to elevate. Not taking the bait is No Name. Now the low changeup. No swing. Fouled off by No Name emphatically. Starting to become tired is YU Shook. Infield guarding the lines, outfield normal. The curveball hung it a little bit too much. It's put up the middle. A 2-out knock for the Base Bandits. Sets up the lefty-lefty matchup. The specialist trait is the trait for this pitcher, Shook. Change up inside, hammered by No Name, dead center. Nielsen back, calls everybody off. And that ends the frame. A scoreless shutdown inning for the Holograms. The offense gets back out there. Strong legs, Oxen Boxen, and then a decision with the reliever up. Who will blink first in this classic rivalry? Anybody's ball game in the bottom of the 8th. Up the middle, Strong legs. He's got his second hit of the night. Curious to see if Ox goes to a pinch runner. Not sure if he has an outfielder left. Looks like he will leave him in. Oxen Boxen. This could be 2. Dribbled over to Cassidy. Oh, heads up play. He's only going to get the 1 out. No Name chased the runner back to first. Could have gone to second and I think on to first for 2, but instead, Strong legs is safe at first. Oxen Boxen is retired on the force. Interesting play. And perhaps a second lease on life for Ox. He's scouting the bench of the Base Bandits right now. Dillinger is due up next. Looks like he wants to leave Shook in. Wants that specialist against the lefty to lead off the next inning, I would guess. Interesting call here in a tied game in the 8th. Looks like Strong legs now will be pinch ran for. Coffee Black is out there. So Strong legs out of this game with 2 hits. Strike 1, showing bunt on 3-0. Smart play there. Hit and run. What a play by Lucky Luke. What an interesting play. Looked like he had it no problem on his feet. Instead, he leaves his feet and still makes the catch. What an absolutely goofy play to be the second out of the inning. Now Katina Schlongberry in an even count. Lots of speed at first. If he can find a gap, he can run for days. But quickly 2 strikes. Runner going through the left side. Beautiful hit and run executed there. Oxy's not going to be able to get to third, but 2 on, 2 out. Is this it for Jim Miller? He's gone 2 2/3. Has given up 1 run in relief. And perhaps the most threatening player on this Holograms roster at the plate, Ox MF Box. He's had himself a day. There's 2 on. Etta Place, the low velocity reliever. Strike 1 on the foul ball. Day is done for Miller. Runners go over to third. Holiday on to first. And that ends the inning. A hit and run attempt unsuccessful. So into the top of the 9th we go. It's still tied. Getting that crucial out there was Place. Perhaps we see her in this inning, forcing No Name to make another decision. Shook was left in this game for this purpose, and he might induce the fly out here on batter number 1. Black, he's back, makes the play. Doc Holliday, he's 1 for 3. Ox leaving in the lefty reliever 30 pitches. 31st was low, 32nd gonna hit the zone but fouled off. Trying to go to the right side is No Name. Schlongberry, she scoops it up. I thought maybe she'd have to leave her feet, but she does not. She makes the play. 2 down. So now Bill Doolin, he's a pinch hitter in the 8 spot. Lots of contact on this guy. He gives it a ride, but Oxen Boxen has it. And that ends the 9th. A walk-off opportunity for the Holograms. Or will the Base Bandits send us for some free baseball? Will they be so generous? These two great friends, but even bigger rivals, squaring off. This is just game one, folks. There is a second game. No Name and his Bandits will play host in the second game. We also have the XBL match of the week coming up later tonight. In about an hour and 15 minutes, at least that's the scheduled time. That's myself versus Lazy, a World Series rematch. But the task at hand now, the 9th inning of this classic game, and it's off, starting off with a bang here in the bottom of the 9th. Ox, he's going to have to try and stretch for 2. Not a lot of speed, but he's got it. Winning run in scoring position. What a game for holographic Charizard. Clutch Ribby. Does he have a Clutch Ribby in him here? Swinging first pitch. Caught in a rundown. On to third. Back to second. Everybody's safe. Well executed by Ox. It had been a few innings since we'd seen base running shenanigans. Showing bunt. Going down the first base line. Picked up fair. On to first. He's out. There's a chance, I think, No Name could have left it to dribble. But didn't want to take the chance. And now you would have to think Nielsen's getting walked. At a place. First one sails high and in. 2 that aren't near the zone. Showing bunts, another one high and in. Nielsen takes ball 4. So an intentional, unintentional walk, I guess you could say. Coffee Black. Remember, he's in this game as a pinch runner. Here comes Annie, positioned the relief ace. And what a time for her to come in. There's no more of a crucial moment. No more high leverage than this. Swing and a foul ball. Coffee Black, I believe the last outfielder on the roster. So he gets the opportunity. Strike 2. She is a K-woman. And the pitch is a changeup in the dirt. Gets Coffee Black swinging. 2 down. So the intentional pass to Nielsen sets up the strikeout, which sets us up for a 2-out, bases loaded situation. The winning run at third for Knox, Oxen, Boxen. He swings down the first base line, barehanded by Dillinger. We are going to the 10th inning. Extra frames here at El Viejo. The Base Bandits get out of that one. Wow, a leadoff double from holographic Charizard, unable to be converted. And here is position. Curveball in the zone. Popped up a mile high. Nielsen, she's got the play. She's got it. 1 down. Top of the order now. Butch Cassidy. He's only been on base once tonight. Scored a run, though, in the first inning. Charizard. Not a lot of mustard on the throw. Doesn't need it. 2 down quickly. These guys couldn't stop scoring in the first third of the game. Why you Shook still out there? Came in the 7th, I believe. Hammered foul. No Name looking like he was timed for that fastball. Now a low fastball. Swings. Caught by Shook. The locked-in mojo helping him on defense there. That's a big play. Gives the holograms another chance here. And you would have to think Shook is coming out. But for who is the question. I believe there's only one more bench bat. He's going to evaluate the other lineup, but just seems like a obvious situation. Not a lot of hitting stats on this pinch player here, but he's going to come in nonetheless. He's got blazing speed. It's wishbone runs. 2 quick strikes. K-Man for Annie. And a swing and a miss. The changeup gets him waving. He looked overmatched in that at bat. Katina Schlongberry. Dribbled down the line. It's an offhand third baseman, and that hesitation, I think, earns the base hit. He had to pivot his body instead of releasing the throw. It's a left-handed third baseman. You don't see it a lot. This is a swinging bunt. Everybody's going to be safe. The speed, it's paying off here. And now another opportunity for the Holograms. There's a runner at second. Does Annie Position have another cleanup job in her? This time the speed on the bases is blazing. Here's Charizard. He has had multiple clutch hits in this game. Does he have another? The pitch from No Name, a forked ball, it's high. Trying to go to left field, it will drop. Coming home is Oxbox, the throw from Dalton, not in time, and the Holograms walk it off in the 10th inning. 6-5, your final. Holographic Charizard comes up clutch. And it's a game 1 victory here for the Spunktown Holograms. 6-5, your final. And the Hogs win 6 innings, 4 innings in relief from YU Shook. That was really one of the keys. Annie Position out of the pen, the relief ace for the Bandits, did an impressive job getting out of the jam in the bottom of the 9th, unable to slam the door in the 10th. And that's how this one goes. Again, Holographic Charizard with the killing blow in the bottom of the 10th. These players will take a short break. We'll try and get the game audio back up. I'm sure you're sick of the song by now. It's been playing for about 9 innings. Hopefully we can get the audio back up, and we will return shortly with game 2 between these two fierce rivals. To the Shaka Sports turf we go, ladies and gentlemen. My most sincere apologies for the delay, and even some more sincere apologies. We could not solve the audio issue. Instead of delaying further, we're just going to jump right into it. Try and stay on schedule tonight. We do have more games later on. Some technical difficulties with Discord and the streaming function, just not getting the right feeds with the right sound. So for now, we will press on like we did in game one, and it was a wonderful game one. Oxbox taking it by the score of 6-5. He's going to start this game off with a flyout. So now Ox MF Box, he's hitting 6-11. It's going to go down here as he dribbles it over to Dillinger. 2 quick outs. Patty Hurst, she's a low velocity starter. Hammered by no, caught by Luke, robbing Charizard of what would have been another hit. So 1, 2, 3, go the holograms. Bartholomew Draculo. These players swapping pitching styles. Game one, it was Ox with the low velocity Hannah Hogswind facing off versus the high velocity pitcher of the Base Bandits. Here in game two, it's Ox with the high velocity pitcher and No Name with the low velocity pitcher. No Name hammered that ball into the gap for a leadoff double. Caught here on the dive by Oxbox. Lots of speed, unable to beat it out at first, but it's effectively a sacrifice. No Name looking to start this off exactly how he did in game number one. He's going to go even better here as it's hammered for the second time into that gap. Run scores. Runner this time, he's going to have 3. 2 absolute shots off the bat of the Base Bandits here in the first. And still only 1 out. The triple plays huge here because there's a lot of ways to get that runner in. A little choppiness there, but it looked like it was caught by the shortstop. So now Bonnie Parker, she takes strike 1. Fouled off. 2 quick strikes. Ox, he has a chance to minimize the damage. And he does. Swing and a miss, 100 miles per hour. Strands the runner on third, 1 out situation, but before that happened, No Name, he got a run in. He leads this 1-0 like he did to begin game one. This is the XBL AAA, 80 batting ego, 90 ego for pitching, base running, and defense. Coming up later tonight, in about an hour, will be the XBL match of the week, which is played on 90 batting, 90 pitching, 90 base running, 90 fielding. Grounded to the second baseman, backhanded by Cassidy, no problem for him. Patty Hurst looking to go 6 up, 6 down. Nielsen, she sends a rocket into the glove of Cassidy. Nice play there by the second baseman. 1, 2, 3, go the holograms yet again. Moving right along in game number 2 after a longer game number 1. It went 10 innings. Oxbox pulling it out. Outfield comes shallow. And he pops it up. So going back is Dad Slush. Does have a lot of room to cover. And he accidentally lets it drop. He overran the spot. And that is a lead-off double. An absolute gift for No Name. He's had a few in this series. A few gifts. Dad Slush, he's going to have a chance to redeem himself in foul territory near the line. He's got it. No advancement is possible. Run's going to go, or the throw is going to go back to Schlongberry. No chance. Bob Dalton, low power, low contact, but he had a heck of a game 1. If I'm not mistaken, this is No Name's first series of the season. Getting a late start. So he becomes the 3rd player in the AAA to have his opening day set on XBL Match of the Week. Throw goes into first after the RBI single. He's safe. I think Ox had a play at the plate, opted to try and get the trail runner. He doesn't get anybody, and it's 2-0 Base Bandits. Good piece of hitting up the middle by No Name. Foul ball here. Runner goes. Pickoff throw back to first. This time he gets him. So he does get his man after all. Diving stop Ribby. Flips to the pitcher. No problem for Dracula. But another run scratched across by the Base Bandits and No Name. These two good friends and rivals giving us a close series thus far. Eric Sean, he's coming out for Grat Dalton. Lots more speed in the outfield. Not sure what happened there. Dad Slush, 7-hole hitter, followed by the 8 and 9 hitters to face Patty Hurst. Ooh, good backdoor changeup. Puts the count at 2-2. A check swing, runs it full. Dad Slush, he's hitting 333. He spoils a good pitch there. He's contact swinging here. And a good take from Ox. His best at-bat of game number 2. Earns himself a leadoff walk. So now time to play with his base runners. Strike 1 to Rafael Nadal. He was lifted for those strong legs about halfway through game number 1. Lots of threats on the bench for these holograms. The 0-2 to Nadal. No Name holding the ball. He suspects tomfoolery over there at first. Fouled off by Nadal. Runner goes. Throw down. Out! What a throw. What a cannon. The catcher for the Base Bandits has outperformed the holograms catcher in every facet of the defensive game tonight. Speaking of defense, great stab by Holiday. And there's quickly 2 down, so the leadoff walk in danger of being completely squandered. It looked like he had a decent jump. Again, we don't have the game audio, unfortunately, so at this point it's a visual call for me instead of audio. Swinging on that third one, that strike out of the zone is Dracula, so he's down on 3 strikes into the bottom of the third. No hits thus far for the holograms. Did have that walk. Butch Cassidy, he has himself a 1-1 count. Swings, unable to collect it is Clutch Ribby, so a leadoff single. We'll see how No Name plays it. That was his leadoff hitter, so speed abound. Ox knows it's coming. He'll be thinking about a pitch out. He goes with the pick off. He has him hung up. Can No Name retreat? He can. Yet again, he is unable to get the runner out after correctly guessing. What does he do here? Does he go with another pickoff? He goes with a strike, swing and a miss. So now he's ahead in the count. There's the second pickoff of the at-bat. He gets back in there safely. High cutter, hammered center. Nadal has to come in. He's got it. Almost misplayed it. He did not. So a big first out. No Name, he's still going to be thinking about taking that base. Ox with the pitch out, runner not going. Pickoff attempt, still not going. Just the threat of No Name's 99 speed with Steeler trait player. It's such a significant threat. 2-0 is the count on Billy the Kid. Looping the curveball in there for strike 1. Pickoff attempt, still not going. No Name has effectively buried himself in Ox's head in this at-bat. The 3-1, the cutter inside. Could be 2. Charizard gets it to second. Schlongberry to first, and that'll end the inning. Well done by Ox to stifle the run game enough to earn the opportunity to get a double play, and that's exactly what he did. His top of the order coming up versus Patty Hurst, who's locked in. The only blemish, the walk. First pitch to Schlongberry, dribbled the second, no problem for Cassidy, 1 down. Trying to go up the middle, but a vacuum out there is Lucky Luke. Both shortstops in this series have been wonderful. So it'll be up to Charizard to try and find another base runner. It's the top of the fourth, 2-0 Base Bandits. They have executed their game plan in this game number 2 to a T. Another 1-2-3 inning coming up as long as Parker averts disaster, and there's no such thing going on there, so she makes the play. We're into the bottom of the fourth. Jesse James hammers that curve. No Name has been on some of these curves, especially the high ones. He earned himself a hit, throw a bit wild, but no advancement. Now he has plenty of speed on at first, does not have the Steeler trait, so not as straightforward of a decision for No Name. But he does go. The forkball is in there. 99 throw. Does he have him? He does. Finally, the catcher for the Holograms converts on a chance. He gunned him down for the first out, second out, fourth coming as Dad Slush makes the play. Every time these two play, it is a mental battle of wills on the base paths. Oxbox, firm throw. And that's a quick inning. Not a 1-2-3 inning, but he does face the minimum thanks to the throwing arm of Whole Lot of Spunk. Take strike one, curveball low and in. Good spot there from No Name. Elicits a chase above the zone with the second curveball. Only has the 3-pitch mix, but with the low velo, you know the curve is going to be No Name's go-to. That one was a changeup dribbled softly, no problem for Lucky Luke. Here's a Whole Lot of Spunk. And there's the first hit of the ball game, and it's going to go for extra bases into that big gap here in Shaka. Cut off, actually, before it gets to the wall. But Whole Lot of Spunk, he's in there. A double and a caught stealing. You'd have to think how is he not locked in? He's got to be right there. And Pawn Nielsen follows up with a gap shot of her own. That'll score the base runner, cut off nicely by Billy the Kid. But Pawn Nielsen has good speed, back-to-back doubles. The Holograms are on the board. The 5 and 6 hitters getting it done, playing these gaps here at Shaka. Now Dad Slush with a runner on second. He pops it up, jammed him just enough. Ox stays at second. Obviously no play. It's a shallow left field fly ball, so... With 2 down, still a runner in scoring position with good speed, Rafael Nadal. Looking to find grass. Trying to go up the middle. He does! Nielsen, she rounds third. The throw from Billy the Kid is going to be offline. Into second goes Nadal, and we are tied in the 5th. Two and one now. Bartholomew Draculo, starting pitcher. He's hitting 286 on the young season. He's bidding for the gap, but he got under it. It's going to be caught out there by Dalton. We are in to the bottom of the 5th. Base Bandits. Bottom of the order coming up. Through the right side, there's another leadoff hitter for No Name and his Base Bandits. I'm not sure what speed rating we're working with over there. But again, I don't know if he cares all that much. He'll try and make something happen at all times. Curveball high. Followed by a forkball high. So a preferable count for Grat Dalton. Finally takes a strike. Only 34 pitches thus far for Draculo. He has been efficient. Popped up. Nadal has to go back. Waves off his counterparts out there. The cavernous Shaka outfield. Makes the play. Patty Hurst now. She pitched very well the first 4 innings of the game. Gave up a couple in the 5th. She's bunting. It's back to Draculo. He fields it on a hop. Retreating is Ribby. He gets back in time. Sacrifice effective. Turns the lineup over for Butch Cassidy, trying to drive home the slow runner on second. Trying to go to the right side, Ribby. He's going to have to flip it. Draculo. Oh, he races him to the bag and it pays off. What a gutsy gamble from Ox. He did not want to risk the RNG of letting Draculo drop it. So he runs to the bag and he gets him by a step. So now Schlongberry, the top of the order for the holograms. 0-2. Hammers the 0-2 curveball right in front of Jesse James. No chance for a 9-3 putout. Actually, that's the pitcher covering. Would have been a 9-1 putout, but plenty of speed. There's no way. And now with the Steeler trait, you'd have to think Ox is thinking of taking a bit. There he goes. Fastball down the middle, but with the Steeler trait, he's in there. No Name had done a great job controlling the steal game, the hit and run game thus far, but Ox getting it done there. So with 2 strikes, he has that runner in scoring position for Ox MF Box. High fastball, full count. Does No Name give him anything to hit here? He does not. And the runner's going to third, and he's in there. Or she is, Schlongberry. So they're at the corners. He was trying to pitch around him to set up first and second, but now it's first and third. There goes Box. Back to third goes Schlongberry, and they're at second and third. A wonderful start to this inning with holographic Charizard up. Does Hurst give him anything to hit? So far, no. But he chases anyway, and he may get rewarded. It's up the middle. It's off the torso. 2 are going to come in. Cassidy trying to catch Box, but they're both in to score. The speed kills there for the holograms. It's 4-2. Backhanded Dillinger over to Lazy Luke. Hurst covers at first. So after the two RBI single, that single is erased with a double play. Forkball smashed up the middle. Little trip over there by the second baseman. Hope everything's okay. But it's a 2-out hit. A chance for Pond Nielsen. Got a pitch to Hammer, just missed it. He tries to put that changeup up the middle, but there's the human vacuum, Lucky Luke. No problem for him. But 2 come across for the second time in a row, and Ox leads 4-2. Base Bandits have had 7 hits. Haven't scored in a few frames. Here's that high curveball. No Name gets wood on it, but he fouls it off. The 0-1 is a fastball. He's late. The low fastball. Interesting pitch choice, but it works out. Only 96 miles per hour, but No Name, he cannot make contact. That's a strikeout. Here's Billy the Kid now. First pitch swinging. Holographic Charizard. Firm throw. 2 down. The forkball. It's in there. And chasing the cutter is No Name. Here's that low fastball pitch again. This time it does not fool him. It's a 1-2 count. Hammers the changeup. That's not coming back. Oh my, into that bullpen out there. No Name goes deep. The first home run we've seen tonight. And it was a no doubt shot. 416 feet. Jesse James. He makes it a 1-run game. Bondi Parker now. That was a 2-strike changeup. Caught a little bit too much zone low and in. Sees a curveball tail outside. Bartholomew Draculo has had a decent game. He's just now starting to come off of his attributes as far as stamina goes. Oxbox, he has blazing speed. The shortstop is going to make the play. But the Base Bandits, thanks to the Jesse James solo shot, get within a run. It's 4-3. Ox has a deep bench. He likes to play his weaker hitters first, the better defenders, the speedsters, but has some hitting options. Jim Miller. I believe he pitched 2 2/3 in game number 1. was reasonably effective. He's into the game now. Dad Slush, he's getting the call here. Swing. No, he checked his swing, but it didn't matter. It was a fastball that caught the top of the zone. Good pitch from Jim Miller. That's the first out. Rafael Nadal now hitting .524. Smacked that ball. Foul. Just late on the fastball is Rafael Nadal. Sets up a 1-2 count. Lays off the changeup. Tried to get him again. He did not give in. It's a full count pitch. Forthcoming. Gets him to pop it up shallow on the infield. No problem for Lucky Luke. So now with Draculo up, a decision for Ox. He is leading. He's already gotten 6 quality innings out of Draculo. But nobody aboard. Curveball gets him back in the count. Hitting .250 is Bartholomew Draculo, and he's going to increase it. He earns himself a hit, so the decision not to go to the bench pays off. He's on base with 2 down. Top of the order, Katina Schlongberry. She hit one in the gap earlier in this game. That's exactly what Ox is looking for here. But he's waves at a couple off-speed pitches to go behind 0-2. Screwball outside. And he got him. 98 miles per hour. Well located, low and away on the fastball. Ox, he cannot make contact. And after the pitcher got on with 2 outs, Schlongberry is a strikeout victim. That ends the top of the 7th. Once again, feel free to sing in the comfort of your own home for the 7th inning stretch, which is now over as we begin the bottom of the 7th with the ground out. 1 down. Draculo, he was given the vote of confidence to try and get this 7th inning. He's gotten 1 out. Now he faces Doc Holliday, who's hitting .333. Chasing the changeup is No Name. The cut fastball inside, 2-2. Swing and a miss, 99 miles per hour. The fastball gets him. 2 down. Draculo. For all this talk of will he or won't he keep pitching, he's only at 56 pitches. I guess the question would be, how close is he to being locked in? Charizard is going to turn this into a 1-2-3 inning. We're into the top of the 8th. Here is Ox MF Box. Had a heck of a game 1. Reticle was camped outside. That we've seen that from Ox tonight. Fastball went in that direction, but he was unable to turn it fair. Quickly behind 0-2, went in the zone with a heater on the ground to Luke. Hesitates, and he's out at first. Looked like Ox may have commit to that rounding animation that happens when you hold down the left bumper. I almost wonder if he had a chance to beat it out if he'd ran straight. That's speculation, though. 2 quick outs on the ground. So now Clutch Ribby with nobody aboard. It's a tight game, folks. Oxbox inching out game number 1 by a score of 6-5 in extra innings. A walk-off. Scores 4-3 here in game number 2. Swing and a miss. That fastball not located well by No Name at all, but the velocity too hot to handle. He K's up there. We're into the bottom of the 8th. 6 more outs remain for the Base Bandits. If they want to tie this game, Jim Miller, he's locked in. He's been great out of the pen tonight. But with the situation being what it is, you'd have to think he's coming out, and he does for John Wesley Harden. Draculo, he's still in the game. 58 pitches. So if nothing else, Oxbox's bullpen gonna have a leg up. usage-wise if this game does go deeper. Caught by Draculo, and that will earn him locked-in mojo. What a catch, what a stab. The velocity, the accuracy, and the junk all back up to better levels. Butch Cassidy surely not being subbed. Gonna see a cutter here. First pitch inside, takes it. Forkball high in there for a strike. A 1-1 count to Butch Cassidy. Hammers the forkball. It's fair down the line. Stopped by Ribby. Covering is Draculo. He's got it. What a cooperative play there on the right side of the infield. Swinging and fouled back to the backstop here at the Shaka Sports Turf. This one is absolutely blasted. Nielsen almost overruns it. Gets it back in quickly, but that's a 2-out knock. And the situation being what it is, he is almost certainly running here. Knox knows it. Pickoff attempt, he's back. Question is, can No Name pick the right spot? Why you shook? He was masterful in game number 1. 4 innings in relief. He's in now. There goes the runner. Throw down. He will be safe. Runner in scoring position. That's the tying run. The job now for Ox to avoid the single. No Name. He's in a good count though. Ox weighing his options, but he's going to pitch around him. He does. It's a walk. So he opts to face Jesse James instead, and that's smart. That's going to be a hitter affected by the specialist. At least a little bit on the contact. Power's still positive. He's locked, or he's not locked in. He is an RBI man. The lefty-lefty matchup more favorable in general. 1-1 inside. High and tight. Ahead in the count is No Name. He takes the curve. It is a 3-1 count. Blazing speed on the base paths. The 3-1 pitch, hammered by No Name into the gap. This is going to give the Base Bandits the lead. In is the first, in is the second. It's a 2 RBI double. No Name waiting perfectly for that fastball. And he did not miss it, sending it the other way over the jumping shortstop. All of a sudden, folks, what a turn of events. The Base Bandits had nobody on, 2 outs. They get a runner on, they work a rally, and suddenly they're 3 outs away from a split. They were staring down the gun of a sweep, and now Annie Position only needs 3 outs. But it'll be 5, 6, and 7. The bench still in play for these holograms. Ox going to be looking to do some damage. He swings on the first pitch. Strike 1. Second pitch from position is inside. But wanted him to go after that changeup. Same with that one. 4-pitch mix. Bit untraditional, but she is effective nonetheless. Hammers the forkball. Dead center field. It's going to die out there on the track. Billy the Kid. He reins it in for out. Number 1, a loud out. Just got under it. Swing and a miss. Fastball outside. Takes the changeup. So quickly 0-2. Quickly the K-Man trait for Annie Position to pawn Nielsen in the dirt. The next K-Man pitch, low. We've seen this with the K-Man trait. He tries to play with his food a bit. Pawn Nielsen, she comes up big here, tying run aboard. And then seemingly an obvious pinch hit opportunity here. Oxen Boxen. Had some hits in game number 1 off the bench. Great speed in Nielsen at first. That's the tying run. Ball 1. Goes after that one, but he got jammed. Lucky Luke on to first. It's a double play, and the Base Bandits hang on. A clutch split there. Staring down the gun. They get it done. And that series goes 1-1. You could see the line score there, just a back and forth night on both sides of the series. Game 1 at El Viejo won 6-5, a one-run game, won in 10 innings on the walk-off by Mr. Oxbox. And then No Name taking game number 2 in one-run fashion, stealing victory from the jaws of defeat in that bottom of the 8th. Had nobody on, 2 outs, managed to get a runner on, worked that walk, stole the base, worked the intentional walk, and then ripped the ball into the gap. All that speed coming in clutch. He takes the 5-4 lead, does surrender the hit to Pon Nielsen in the bottom of the ninth, or in the top of the 9th, but Annie Position, relief ace of this team, she strands him, gets it done, and earns a split for the Base Bandits. So the Holograms move to 2 losses, I believe, while the Base Bandits, that was their first series of the night, so they are going to start the season off at 1-1. We look forward to No Name playing catch up on his schedule here in the near future. And that's a wrap on XBL AAA Week 1. So with the ending here of Sunday night, that's the end of the first week. Week 2 begins, of course, Monday morning. And it was a wonderful week. And of course, we'll have that all wrapped up for you. Hopefully here soon in the early part of the week here. For the XBL roundup that we usually do here on this channel. But with that said, there is more tonight. In about a half hour's time, we have the XBL match of the week. We'll have Dwayne and Ox in here to cast. It'll be myself, Weaver for Prez, taking on the Great Lazy in a Season 12 World Series rematch, a series that went 7 games. And we'll see what that series brings. Should be a good one. Thank you so much for watching the XBL AAA Match of the Week. I've been Weaver for Prez. Again, Oxbox and No Name splitting in a wonderful series with a tied run differential. Both players scoring the same amount of runs. And not a lot else to say. Thank you to both players. Thanks to Ox for streaming. Sorry, folks, again, about the audio issues. If we could have figured them out, we would have. Just an unfortunate set of circumstances there, but should have things tightened away for the XBL set again in about 30 minutes. Everyone go refresh your drinks, go to the bathroom, and we'll see you here soon again in chat. And if we don't, have a great night and have a great rest of your week. Signing off.